Hi guys, it is 4:30 on a bloody Tuesday. We've just had the bank holiday, so obviously it feels like a Sunday still because of the long weekend. And I'm going to be here again having a little rant because of the weather. All winter I moan it's cold and raining. And now I'm back for another little moan like Victor Mildrew to say, Jesus, it's too hot. And I actually didn't know it was because of neurodivergence. I mean, maybe I'm just someone that doesn't like the hot weather anyway. But it makes sense. My autistic dad hates the sun. My neurotypical mum practically worships it. So I guess it makes sense. And I've met so many neurodivergent people lately that say, oh my God, when the sun comes, the sensory overwhelm is unreal. So I actually didn't know it was more of a neurodivergent thing. And I'm not saying that all neurodivergent people can't stand the sun. That's not at all a thing. So don't think I'm tarring us all with the same brush. But honestly, I think we find it hard, some of us. It's not, oh, it's just so hot. And that's not why. It's because the sensory overload, the irritability, the emotional dysregulation, the exhaustion, the shutdowns, sleep. As if sleep wasn't already a problem. And now you've hit me with some non-sleep stick right in the bloody bum. And the burnout. And that weird guilt when everybody else seems to be enjoying summer. Like talking about pub gardens and Factor 50 and going to the beach, and your nervous system feels like it's fighting for survival. Everyone's like, oh, I can't wait to get on the beach. I want to love the beach. I really want to, but the thought of it makes me want to be sick in my mouth. It's dirty. The sand is irritable. The water on my shoe, just the pebbles under my feet. I want to lay there. I want to be one of them women that like, I'm going to go on the beach for me time. Like, I would like a banging tan. But I can't even wear sun cream because the thought of it makes me feel sick because of the sensory overload. I don't think enough people realise how physically and emotionally overwhelming this heat is for neurodivergent people. And of course, disclaimer, I don't mean all of them. When I speak about neurodivergent people, and I'm aware of this now because someone pointed this out to me this week, we're not all the same. Once you've met one autistic person, you've met one autistic person. And I get that because I say that phrase as well. But I just mean a lot of us find the heat really hard. I think a lot of us grow up believing that we're so dramatic. Like, my mum used to think, why can everybody else cope and Ellie can't? Why does every summer Ellie get freaked out when I bring out the sun cream? Like, what is wrong with her? But when you're neurodivergent, your nervous system already processes the world so differently. So heat doesn't just register in your brain as warmer weather. It registers as so many sensory feelings, like clothes sticking to your skin. It makes me actually feel sick even thinking about it. Sweats become sensory hell. The bright sunlight shining in, I know when it's hot out and the sun shines through my windows, it makes my house look dirty and it really stresses me out. There's so much more noise in the summer, so many more smells. Your sleep, as if it wasn't already hard enough, gets harder. You feel trapped in your own body like you can't breathe, and you feel overstimulated 24/7. And when your nervous system can't regulate properly, everything starts feeling emotionally harder too. The emotional side that people don't talk about. One thing I notice about AuDHD specifically is the emotional dysregulation in heat. Tiny things suddenly feel really massive for us because I become irritable, emotional, overwhelmed, exhausted, and I just can't think properly at the best of times. And now I really can't think properly. And then I start to feel ashamed because I think, why am I reacting like this to the heat? Everyone else is bloody celebrating and I'm here moaning again because that's all I ever do. But my brain and my body are so overstimulated. A lot of neurodivergent people aren't bad at coping. We are just bloody overloaded because we have a million things hitting us right in the face at once. I generally think sleep in hot weather is one of the biggest hidden struggles for neurodivergent people because of a lot of us already struggle with insomnia, racing thoughts, sensory discomfort, and nervous system hyperarousal. And then the heat gets added on the top, and then you feel uncomfortable and your brain won't switch off and all your routines get disrupted and it's like sensory hell. And once you can't get to sleep, then your emotional regulation becomes harder and your executive function, and you lose your patience, and it all goes to pot. It's like your whole nervous system crashes. And there's so much social pressure as summer, as I said. It's like there's this weird pressure in the summer. I know me as a 40-year-old woman, I've felt the pressure all my life, like all the other women, like getting so excited about the summer and their summer dresses and going out, and I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. People are more social, more happy, more outdoors. They feel more spontaneous. Like my little sister, she becomes like a fucking Duracell bunny, and she makes me sick. Not personally, I love her to death, but the energy that she has for the summer, I just don't understand it. And sometimes neurodivergent people are like that. Sometimes summer feels overstimulating. Sometimes heat feels overstimulating. Sometimes everybody else looks happy and you look like you're trying to survive sensory overwhelm. And it's horrific. And I think that creates a lot of guilt. I remember my mum rang me yesterday morning and she said to me, "Your daughter won't wear sun cream." She took my daughter away for a few days. I thought my daughter was in the cast of the Hunger Games. I've had the most hellish couple of days because I hate her going anywhere. But my mum rang me and she was like, "Your daughter won't wear sun cream." And I remember you didn't like to wear sun cream. And I was like, "Mum, do you not know by now this is an autistic thing?" And I think she just used to think it was... I think she thinks I'm being dramatic still when I say it. Like, "Mum, it's an autistic thing." And she's like, yeah, that old chestnut. But honestly, I think a lot of my childhood things where she saw me being dramatic, they were from autism and sensory overwhelm. So if the heat wave makes you exhausted, snappy, emotional and burnt out and unable to function properly because we're normally so bloody good at it, you're not lazy and you're not weak, and you're definitely not the only neurodivergent people or the only people ever, disclaimer, feeling like this. Your nervous system is processing a shitting lot. And if this episode resonated with you, because honestly, I think this is one of those struggles people massively underestimate in the neurodivergent community. I saw how prevalent it was yesterday. Tasha, who I work with, done a post on overwhelm in the heatwave, and I can't tell you how many people shared it and how many people liked it. It's been the most popular post. And then I was like, shit, it really is a thing in our community. If you want any other deeper understanding or any resources around this, Tasha makes some beautiful ones, and you can come over to our Patreon, and also you can come over and subscribe on our Facebook now. It's really cheap, but it's a cheat code for Patreon. So if you subscribe on our Facebook, it's like £3 a month. We send you the code to our Patreon, yeah? Sneaky, because Patreon's so expensive. The overheads are ridiculous, but we send you the code to our Patreon. You can log onto our Patreon. There's like so many resources. Tasha's books are all on there, which she normally sells on Etsy for like £10. You get them, you can print them, you can keep them, you can gift them for Christmas. Come over, join us, join the conversation. If you find this relatable, then I'm sorry. No, if you find this relatable, then come over, girl, come over, guy. We've got you, non-binary, everyone. We're here, fully inclusive community. Sending lots of love.